Alright, it is 10:22 a.m. and I've been watching this one for a while, VAPR, and it was probably since the 26s it continued the uptrend, and I was trying to go for a bull flag setup, and there was a point when it was following these two lines, and I actually did try to get in at 956, 2,500 shares, which was right here, 956. And I was not able to get filled, and I was trying to get in around the 29s. I had a limit as high as 3 cents. I still didn't get filled, and then it got as high as 319. And then it sold off and it's continued the downtrend, and it started to go under VWAP. And what I don't like about this one, which is the reason why if it works out ultimately, I'm not going to be too salty because there is a spread and there isn't much support at the bid. And whenever the bid tries to step up, people just sell into it. And the issue is that right now I could take a buy at 27, and the idea that it's just downtrending, starting to turn around, and then it breaks 27, then it gets to 28. I might even try to do it while I'm recording this. But if 26 fails, we're at 245, which is the bottom of the range, and if it starts to panic, I mean, we break the low. So I'll keep watching this, but it is kind of iffy. I still might consider it. Maybe I'll just trade a tiny amount, but that is what I have right now at the moment. There isn't anything else that I'm interested in, although these are uptrending, which is cool and all. These are not like small companies, like sketchy OTCs. These are not that case. So that is something to take into consider as well. Okay, it is 9:19 p.m. and I am here to call it off. Overall, I am up absolutely nothing. I didn't make anything, I didn't lose anything, I didn't trade anything, and I was watching VAPR very closely. In fact, let me see if I can be able to enable this with the zoom in feature. I think I got it working, but I did a really good job watching this thing, trying to see if it can do like that bull flag setup, or when it was taking much longer, just like a dip under VWAP, where it could turn around, break VWAP, and then continue the option over a longer period of time. But it never did it, at least in the very morning when I was watching it, but it did eventually do it. You can see my trend lines that I had previously. It did do it. And it didn't just break past VWAP, it broke the day high and it made a run from this 35 level. I think the wick might have been real as high as 49, and then it came back, consolidated, and then uptrended. This is something that I was looking for right here, where it has a spike, it makes a high, it downtrends, it kind of does this curving price action, this uptrending price action, this nice consolidation with a bit of an uptrend, and then it breaks out of a certain level of resistance, which in this case would have been 395, and then it gets a bit higher, and then it breaks that level. This is what I wanted way back here, but as you could tell, this thing took way too long, and I just wasn't there anymore when it happened. And I think something that I'm going to try to do to not miss these, because this isn't the first time I've had this, even this week, where I missed something that breaks the day high later, is that I'm going to start trying to use stocks to trade more and use alerts. But the problem is that that program consistently crashes every day at least once, and it gets to a point where maybe it crashes and I just don't open it again, and then I'll still miss out. But that's what I'm gonna try to do, and it did uptrend some more. I did even see it when it was trying to break this little wick right here and play off of this 5 cent level, but I didn't mess with it because once you miss the first one, it's kind of hard to jump back and try it again, especially now in hindsight 2020, you see it gets higher, but at the moment you don't know if that's the very tippy top. And one thing to take into consideration with this actually is that if you look at a daily chart over a longer period of time, this thing is known to have a big spike with a bunch of volume, and it sells off, and then it does it a bunch of times. So if I have the ability, I might even consider shorting this, but I'm not able to because I just don't have a big enough account that can be able to short a significant amount of these, and then still be profitable with commissions, because the only broker I have that could short OTCs is Schwab, and that is 8.95 in and out for OTC trading. That's pretty much it for today. I'm going to start to try to implement this more because it just really sucks to miss out on the setup, but at least I was trying back here, and I have my little trend lines ready to go if it was going to try to turn around right then and there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There wasn't anything else that was really interesting to trade. It was just VAPR. And as for these were kind of weird. I did also miss the breakout on FMNA and FMCC, but I liked FMCC much more the way it traded in general. This was pretty nice, but it was kind of weird, and the bid would not really catch up sometimes, and it would be very hard to sell when it was uptrending because you might see it just uptrend a lot, but it was just kind of weird the way this one traded. But this was pretty nice too. I'm gonna have to try to implement alerts for sure. And yeah, that's all I have for today.